Wow, that sun is bright, man. Holy cow. Anyways, what am I doing? It's Sunday morning. We actually had some new neighbors move in across the street on that rental property, which is kind of nice. Talked to them, met them. This morning I've been using, the only thing I've been using now on the green, I switched over. I've just been using super juice with a little additional iron because I have a little bit of high phosphorus back here. So I mix up one bottle and I put about half a cup of super juice and a couple tablespoons of iron inside of it and come out every week. And I've seen a definite difference out here. I don't have that pale yellow look anymore. I'm actually getting a lot more grass. I'm still not getting a real push of the new grass, even though I see it's germinated. At least it's there now versus before where it disappeared. So again, we treated real heavy. Our last pre-emergent treatment was what, 4 months ago, and we treated real heavy, and I kind of think that was the initial cause of it. But now, hopefully, it'll start to come. Also, don't forget, I mean, we're planning. We already have Bermuda back here. I got to get out of this sun. So we are on the green. It's our normal hybrid Bermuda grass sod. But then what I did is we came in and we overseeded with dwarf creeping blue and bent, which are actually kind of made for putting greens. You can't get dwarf Bermuda. They don't make a seed for it. So that's what we're doing over here. So I'm going to go spray it with super juice, and then I've been cutting it. What I've been doing is I've been cutting it with like one of the True Cuts just to roll it, use the roller, and then come back over it with the new McLean Greenskeeper model, which will cut down to 1/8 of an inch. So I've just been doing a double cut on it. And really what I'm doing with that is the Bermuda's really dense inside of it, and so I got to keep it really low to get this new grass to sort of stick its head up and get some sunlight. So I've got to consistently cut it right now. Like I said, we're just playing with it this year. In the spring, I'll probably do, when the Bermuda's still a little bit dormant, I'll probably come in here and seed with the bent, again with the bent and the bent and the blue. Dwarf creeping is what we're using. It's actually a putting green seed. That's about it. So I'm going to go spray and I'm going to cut. And just so you know, with the new spray bottles that we got, we had Anderson source out some new spray bottles for us. And I don't have any clogging with them. So I don't use any more green dye with my super juice. If I'm using something like, if you use something like a fungicide or some type of product that that's strong, that you have to really regulate the coverage, use a dye in it so you know what you're spraying. But with super juice, I'm not using any dyes this year. I'll probably leave that on there for about an hour or so, maybe an hour or two, and then I'll come out and I'll water it down to get it into just like 1/4 of an inch. Remember, when you think about foliar transfer, the only time foliar transfer can really take place is when products are on the foliage and they're wet. Once it dries, there's really not a whole lot of transfer of whatever. So I always say come out at night and spray your super juice at sunset. Once the sun is completely down, you'll even start to see maybe a little dew hit your grass. Come out and spray your super juice and then run your sprinkler system the next morning. So whatever has been taken up will be taken up by the foliage, and then water it down in. Remember, super juice isn't a fertilizer, it's a supplement. You're not going to see a huge stimulated response of growth. What you will see is a definite change in color. You'll probably get some of that iron punch because it's now 4% iron. It was 2.5%, and this year we had them bump it up to 4% iron. So you do get, especially if you have any chlorosis in your lawn, you can use this and even add a little more iron if you want. But put down PGF Complete and spray super juice this time. Again, PGF Complete, put it down at a very light rate. like I showed in the last one, the last video I did this, I put it down at like 1/4 pound per 1,000 square feet. Spray your super juice, you're done. You can do that every 2 to 3 weeks. And man, my yard is so thick. Oh, we're going to be doing a front scalp this week, by the way, so hit subscribe. That red button, one of those places. Don't want to miss that. So I'm taking my big 27-inch True Cut, and because it weighs so much, I'm actually kind of lifting up on the handle, and I'm using the roller and the weight of the unit to actually roll the green. So I'm not rolling the green, I'm using this on my primary cut to roll it. Plus, this one is easier to cut the collars, the edges of the green. Then what I do, when I go the opposite direction, I switch over to the McLean GK series. Now I'll put a link to the GR series. The GR is for the regular homeowner, the regular lawn. This is a greens cutter. It's not for regular lawn. Sorry, I got my fan on in my shed. One of the reasons why I'll put a link to it is because it's August 2nd, and if you order a GR series from the link below on that page, here's how you have to do it. You have to go to our website, click on that link, and when you check out for the GR series, there's going to be a memo or note section. There's no coupon. You just put free grass catcher per dock. Again, free grass catcher per dock. So you'll get the mower, you get the groove front roller, you get the GR series, not the GK series, the GR series, which is the homeowner. The homeowner cuts between 3/4 of an inch and about 1 3/4. And you'll get a free grass catcher. Now that's only for the month of August. It ends the end of September 1st, we'll call it. So if you're interested in a reel mower, again, they're so simple to work on. Let me show you. I meant to put this in the last video, but a lot of people say, oh, you use a hammer to adjust your bed knife to reel. Dude, it's not a $10,000 reel mower. And here's one of the reasons why I like this. Okay, so on the McLean, you constantly have to lube it. You're constantly filling it up with grease. Every time you use it, you got to get the grease gun out. And if the bearings go bad, it's not an easy fix or cheap fix. With the McLean, see this right here? That's a pork chop. And basically what you're looking at is you're looking at this thing right here. So that's all it is. It's a fully enclosed bearing system, and that's what your reel sits on, and that's why you don't have to lube it. So now I have a bunch of these things, obviously. So what I did was I ordered an extra set of pork chops, an extra drive belt, which is like $5, and then I ordered an extra bed knife. So what I can do is I can rotate my bed knives. If I want to send it off and have it ground down, put the new bed knife on. You only do your bed knife, what, once a year, once every 2 years? But your back lapping, because we cut this thick Bermuda all the time, I like to back lap once a month. I will never buy a reel mower that I have to send off a cartridge somewhere to have it back lapped. I'm just telling you, I'll never do it. I want a reel mower that I can back lap myself because I back lap a lot. I find I'm using 80 grit and 120 grit now, and I'm getting them really, really sharp, and man, they just perform beautifully. But anyways, I digress. Let's go cut some damn grass. By the way, people ask me where I get these are gasketed safety goggles. There's a gasket inside here that sort of reduces the airflow, which helps a lot when you're riding around on mowers and cutting and stuff. I'll put a link below. I literally order a case of these. I get them like a dozen at a time, different colors and different tones. Like this one's a little bit too strong to see lines on the ground. So I have one that has lesser ones, and I literally give them away. The UPS guy was like, oh, those are cool looking. I said, here, and I gave him one. I was like, go ahead, dude. They're like $7 or $8. Really cool.
to what used to be home. Passing by those little towns I know so well. Stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving is like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. Neon lights in the fast lane life, riding high, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing the game where every single day was a losing battle and every drink was a dead end. Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I've lost my soul. I'm driving to get away.
So let's see how she putts. Oh, it's a nice flag. Look at that flag. You gotta love that flag. That's my peaceful Sunday morning. I'll probably sit out here and putt for about another hour or so, and then look around and see what kind of jobs I need to do. Don't forget the Bermuda Lawn Guide. Get it. It's free. Make sure you're subscribed because we're going to be doing the front scalp this week. We got a thunderstorm. We got this tropical storm coming up the coast. I think Monday it's supposed to impact us. And then we're going to start working on the scalping. I'm going to scalp it down to almost dirt. We're going to core aerate. We're going to put down Humichar, PGF Complete, Super Juice. We're going to do some leveling on it, and then we'll let it grow up. And once it gets to a golf course fairway height, which is about ½ an inch, then I'll just pound it with some granular growth regulator and just keep it there. That's the plan. So hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.